Remember Roda Osman? We talked about her a few times for the last couple of years. In 2023, she was known as the Brick Lady online. She made claims that a man threw a brick at her head outside of a bar in West Houston because she didn't give him her phone number. Well, she went on to collect $42,000 through a GoFundMe campaign she started after that. Well, a Harris County jury found her guilty of theft. She has to spend 90 days in jail, 10 years probation. She has to pay restitution, 10 years of no social media. 10 years of no social media, which is big for her brand.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Whew. Man, oh man. 2 years and 1 month to see justice be served. Dang, that sentence. Boy. What's going on, everyone? This is your man, Brandon Gio, one half of Residual Impact. Hey, yo, check it. 2 years and 1 month ago, we saw a woman get on camera before even attempting to call the police and say,
"You would grab the rock and hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch."
2 years is a long time to maintain your innocence for something that you knew for a fact you were making up. But anyway, listen, all jokes aside, this story was blown wide open by none other than Daphne Sutton, the queen of accountability. So shout out to you, Daphne. Thank you so much for all your hard work and due diligence, because without you and your testimony in this case, you with all this evidence and getting on a plane to fly down to Houston, Texas from Chicago to testify against this lying scammer.
How dare y'all come at this black woman and y'all don't even have the facts?
And y'all,
you got
we also say that black people, we love scamming. We talk about scamming all the time. Since when do we have a problem with scamming? Last time I checked, I want black people to scam. They scammed us.
Kudos to you, Daphne. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your hard work and for doing the Lord's work at that. The main reason why I don't like this situation, and frankly, I don't really care for Roda, because she lied and lit a fire under the black community and caused a big divide between black men and black women.
Will say though very quickly that I appreciate social media because men on here will fully admit to being the pieces of human feces that they truly are. But what scares me is the fact that they lack the self-awareness and understanding that they are that.
We have to dismantle patriarchy. We have to dismantle these things.
There are facts proving that Roe was hit with a brick, and y'all are still hosting those lives.
Y'all took what she did and you used it to justify the death and dehumanization of a group of people. And then, rather it was men or women, anybody who didn't agree or who said, hey, maybe we need more information, you called them bullet bags. Rather it was a man or a woman. If you was a man, you got called a bullet bag. If you was a woman and you disagreed, you got called a sellout and a pick-me.
All because the video I made explaining in great detail how I would definitely risk my life and defend the black woman in my life, but how I'm just not okay risking that, my body and my life, for a stranger. In this situation, with a brick being involved in weapons, and I'm a bullet bag. This makes me a bullet bag.
You bitches is fucking sick. I hope Ro gets justice pound for fucking pound. And how sweet it's gonna be. How sweet it's gonna be.
This woman's whole claim was nobody came to her aid, nobody tried to defend her. And it's actually been proven that that is a lie. There are multiple videos of the men who were in the situation coming forth and explaining their side of the story and admitting that they actually did try to help her, and they called the police.
A woman got hit in the head with a brick, and I don't even really need to know the backstory. I know that a man did it.
And I do not stand for that. All right, so first things first, this is what Daphne had to say. Yesterday, she tweeted out, "I want to thank DA Keith Houston and the Houston police for having me there and keeping me safe while I testified against Roda. We did it. She was found guilty. Her consequences. She is not expected to get out until January 26, 2026. Next, inpatient substance abuse treatment. Full restitution of the $42,302 from GoFundMe. That fake GoFundMe scam that was started all because of her false claims of being hit in the face with a brick because she denied a man her phone number. 10 years probation, which means after she serves the 90 days in jail, which me personally, I don't think that's enough of a sentence for her to spend in jail. I think she should have at least gotten 6 months to a year before getting out and having to deal with probation. But I don't make the rules. She got an additional 10 years of probation on top of everything else I just read out. And this was the biggest thing because I don't know anybody who could even attempt to do this. I don't know anybody personally. I'm not saying it's not possible. we about to find out to see if Roda is able to do this. But a 10-year social media ban. Roda cannot get on Instagram, X, not even Clubhouse. And Daphne has shared before the type of damage that Roda has done on Clubhouse.
So what about that woman that we can't say her name who alerted the authorities about your previous GoFundMe campaigns? What's happening?
This is a known online agitator. Her entire page is about holding black women and only black women accountable, nobody else. You know, she hasn't said anything about the white women who raised, almost $1 million for say the N-word. She has no accountability for those people. Her only accountability is for black women only, fighting for the worst kind of men, misogynist men. That's her audience. That's who she panders to, and she comes after black women. She has not done this to only me. She's done this to several other women. During the time that she was coming after me, she already had harassment charges. She had warrants out because other people have pressed charges on her for harassment. She's a known cyber bully. The minute that happened to me and I went viral, 4 hours later, she sent me a message and said, "I'm coming after you. Tell the truth. Be honest." And then she started to talk to Olan.
Daphne goes on to say if Roda violates even one of these, she will serve 10 years in prison. God damn. 10 years. She then goes on to say, to my haters, what do you have to say now? I'm listening. I will be doing a YouTube live this week to go over what happened. Stay tuned. And of course, that live took place earlier this evening. And like I said, I watched it. I listened to it. I got to hear what happened in the courtroom. The trial was 3 days. And on the first day, Daphne said that Roda was late. On the second day, Daphne said that Roda's attorney was late, up to 45 minutes late, and the judge chewed him out. So already this is not looking good for Roda. It really wasn't looking good for Roda. Yeah, man, back to that 10-year social media ban. Like, can people do a 10-day social media ban, 10-month social media ban? Probably not. 10 years? Wow, that's nuts. And the key to all of this, like the biggest piece of the puzzle, according to Daphne, was that GoFundMe from 2020 that Daphne uncovered while doing her research on Roda years ago, back in 2023.
But the biggest piece of this case, it came from the first scam. If I didn't find out that first scam, or if they never did a GoFundMe, and let's say she got some cash apps or whatever, that would have went under the radar, and she probably would have got less charges. It wouldn't have been as big as it was. But that first scam was pivotal, y'all.
And they mad because you trying to fucking beat somebody. They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me. Guess what? It's up and down for a real nigga. But you gonna be a pussy all your life, nigga. All your life you gonna be a pussy. All your life you gonna be a pussy. And I fought for myself because I'm a gangsta ass bitch. What's up? Hooyada iyo ko dalawas. Inka ko kaya doon ko daya. Ani may garnes ayaw nagit saka. Hooyada. It's up and down for a real nigga. But you gonna be a loser all your life, nigga. Trying to beat up a woman for fucking leaving and doing something with your life. When your ass is fucking a loser all your life, nigga. You can't beat me up. You can't. It's all good. They gave me a real good shiner though. Grown ass niggas. Over fucking 6 feet tall.
If you guys have made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss when we upload a new video for you. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up. It's completely free and it goes a long way.
Also, don't forget to leave a comment because we like to hear from y'all. We want to know what y'all think. Is the video good? Does it suck? Did you learn something from it? Just say hello. Put a smiley face. I don't care. Just write something. Interact. Communicate. We like those things.
Now back to the video. Look, now y'all heard the colorful choice of language that she decided to use in that video. That was from the 2020 incident where she had the initial GoFundMe and she ended up cashing out on. That was a big piece of the puzzle. According to Daphne, that was huge in this case. And when they had to play that video in the courtroom, Daphne said when she looked at the jurors' faces, she tried her hardest not to laugh because she knew if she laughed, she was going to be in trouble because the jurors were all shocked. They were just like gasping and clutching their pearls. Like they were all shocked listening to Roda's choice of words in that video. So, man, I wish I could have been there myself to see the looks on everybody's faces. I wish I could have been there myself to see the look on Roda's face when she was sentenced, because Roda had the chance to take a plea deal. Daphne said that Roda had a plea deal on the table, which was nowhere. Look, it was a lighter sentence compared to what she ended up getting. But Daphne said that that sentence with the plea deal was so light. But Roda decided to maintain her innocence still, even with all of the evidence against her. Now, you know, if you watched my last video covering this incident, I talked about how Roda's defense tried to block Daphne completely. They knew that it was going to be harmful to their case, and they didn't want Daphne there at all to testify. But even after being subpoenaed, even after they tried to block Daphne from being there to testify, Daphne still got on a plane, flew down to Houston, testified, provided all this evidence, and we can finally say that it's over, baby. This is over. 2 years and 1 month later, this is over. And you guys have to imagine the type of hatred and vitriol that many black men faced because of this situation. How many of our women turned against us because this Somali woman decided to just say whatever she wanted to say and lied on all the black men that were supposedly around, standing by, not doing anything. She turned so many women against us to the point to where even when I saw this posted on Spiritual Word, I read the comments. There were still women who believed her, even some men who still believed her. Okay, they must be intentionally slow. I don't get it, but whatever. And the number one question that I kept seeing in the comments section was, well, what did that to her face? How was her face like that? Okay, a couple things that I can think of, even though I read, some news sources say that it was an allergic reaction. A couple things that I can think of. Number one, yeah, allergic reaction, sure. She had a mask on in the club that night. So, listen, this social media ban, I can't even get over that, because 10 years, no social media, especially when all this woman did was run her mouth on social media on a consistent basis between Instagram and TikTok.
But anywho,
I want black men and black women to look at this situation and learn from it. One thing that I will say a lot of black men have done since this situation popped off, because many of us were doing it when the situation popped off, is just to sit back and kind of wait for all the facts to come out. Just wait a little bit. Don't rush to conclusions. Just wait, because you never know in this day and age who's lying and who's telling the truth. And I wish that the women who are watching this, who saw this entire situation unfold, I hope that each and every single one of you ladies who have watched this situation unfold, even if you're new and are hearing this information for the first time, I hope that you learn to not be so quick to jump to conclusions. Just give it a second. If you don't know the facts, if you were not there, I don't want to hear it. There's no reason why this woman should have made such a great divide between black men and black women in this country. Yes, we do know that there are men out there who are violent towards women when women reject them.
What is wrong with you? You touched me cuz on Main Street.
Oh my God, y'all.
I'm a killer. I'm a killer.
Can you please, can you just walk away, please?
Put that in my face, snitch.
What is your
Bro,
gone.
Yeah, what you talking about?
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing you.
You ain't embarrassing
Who is
me,
you?
baby.
Who is you? Who is you?
Nobody to you.
Who is mafia?
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Bitch. Go. What the?
But we also know that there are women out there who lie on men just because they know that they'll either get away with it or they'll not suffer so many consequences for telling that lie.
Doing other things, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality, you're killing yourself with a fake rape charge. Can I tell you where? So you're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge across. But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you, and it'll be obviously they will have medical.
I've done all this. There's evidence. I've been in my clothes. He banged me, babe. Like we had sex, and he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No, so one was for an occasion where he left.
Yeah.
The other time he was there, but he claimed that we didn't have sex, but there was evidence to say that we have.
Alright, cool. You can.
I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
When more women who falsely accuse men start suffering greater consequences because they told a lie, then that's when these lies will eventually stop. But because so many women know that they can get away with telling these lies and they'll probably just get a slap on the wrist, they're going to keep doing it.
The video was provided to the police, and because the video was provided to the police, he managed to get away with those charges. And as a result of that video being provided to the police, I was charged, caution, and I had to go on probation. So I have a criminal record, and you know, that was a decision made by the police at the time. So I really had to pay the price.
But anyway, I'm glad that justice was served. I'm glad that this entire situation is over. Again, I really want people to learn from it. I don't want to see this type of back and forth and hatred and vitriol continue to happen between men and women, because there's been a wedge that's been driven between us for centuries. And it's about time that we just say, hey, enough is enough. Let's get this wedge from in between us and let's come together. So y'all, if this is your first time tapping into the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss when we upload a new video for you. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It's completely free, takes a second of your time, and it helps the channel out tremendously. Last but not least, make sure you leave a comment down below. It's been 2 years and 1 month since this thing popped off, and we have recorded several videos on this entire situation. Y'all are more than welcome to click the link down below. I'm going to make sure that I leave a link to the playlist that I've created regarding this situation. Y'all can take a trip down memory lane and watch this thing unfold from the very beginning, from when we first started making videos about it. The last thing that I want to say is one thing I noticed on Daphne's Instagram when she posted was in her comments, there were people who did not even know about this situation. They wanted a refresher course. They wanted to know what happened. What started all of this? Why was she guilty? There were multiple comments like that. Now, I don't know if people were trolling or if people were being serious. But to that, I will say, for those of you guys who don't know what happened in this situation or want a refresher course on what happened with this situation, let's take a trip down memory lane. I'm going to go ahead and leave a bunch of clips so that you guys can see how this whole situation unfolded. And I'm going to end the video off. You know I can't leave without saying, where you are today is a residual outcome of the thoughts you had in the past. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope y'all learned something from this video. And enjoy this trip down memory lane. Till next time, peace.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
So what happened is we were just out here, we was chilling and stuff like that. We went in the gas station right after we came back outside. She was right there talking about, I got hit with the brick, you know. And we was trying to help her. That's all we was trying to do. You see what I'm saying? We were trying to help her. I called the police and stuff like that. They pulled up. I talked to them. I know they got the video. The police got the video. Yeah, we can pull out the video. I was talking to the police. She was behind me, you know what I mean?
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Straight up with you and knowing, like, I didn't even know about this. I didn't even know it was not even happening until you brought it to my attention.
And that's what scares me. The video she made was over a day ago. So, I mean, there's been times where they're not able to tell me, yeah, this woman did file a report. But what they are able to tell me is, ma'am, we received multiple calls on the incident. It's being investigated. That is okay to tell me, right? So,
and yeah, it is. And I'm being honest with you. This is the first time I even heard about it. And like,
of course, I know how the law works. But what I'm confused about is why you guys are not reporting it. I mean, shouldn't we be looking for an assailant? Is he black? Is he white? Is he tall? Is he skinny? That should be something you're releasing to the public to warn other women. I mean, what about that part?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, of course. I agree with that.
With all those people out there in Houston, are you telling me that you guys haven't received any calls about someone being assaulted? Can't you tell me that much?
No, ma'am. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about that. I don't have social media, so I don't really keep up what's going on with the social media.
No,
world,
I understand that, but if this happened in public and a bunch of people called you guys, you would be able to tell me that, yes, we received a lot of calls about the incident, it's being investigated. You would be able to tell me that much, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if she made a report, then yeah, it would be investigated.
Several months later.
God damn!
According to a few Houston news outlets, the brick lady, Roda, has posted $10,000 bond in Harris County Court. This came after she was charged with theft after collecting more than $40,000 through a GoFundMe account that she posted. According to Miss Osman, she was attacked by a man with a brick who hit her in the face because she refused to give him her number. Now, it says authorities later saw surveillance video showing Osman getting into a verbal and physical altercation with a man. Court document states that Roda hit the man in the face with an unknown object, and then he hit her in the face with what seems like a water bottle. Now, Roda shared the incident on social media, claiming that she was hit with a brick. But because that was a false claim, that they are saying that the $42,000 that she collected through a GoFundMe is considered theft. So an arrest warrant was issued based on the evidence gathered on January 18th, and apparently she was planning to turn herself in that same day but failed to appear.
Many months later.
It's official. Jury picked. Trial for Roda Osman starts Monday, and that's October 27th, by the way. They did everything to silence me and still couldn't get me off this case. My birthday is Tuesday, and accountability is coming early. Stay tuned.
3 days later.